What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Veronica.Em here, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how I install my wigs. I'm sorry if the camera is a little too far. I just don't have nowhere to like bring it close. I have nowhere to bring it closer, but I'm going to try and zoom in the clips if they look too far away. But anyways, like I said, today I'm going to show you guys how I install my wigs. If you didn't see my last video, go watch my last video. I'm going to be installing this Allove hair from Aliexpress. I got a wig in 24 inches, 250 density. And this is it right here. So in my previous video, I just did my initial review, looking at the wig out the box. And I went ahead and I bleached the knots. I plucked it a little bit and I blew it out. So there is the wig. And we're gonna be installing this today. So if you're not already, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. Make sure you tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a friend to come tune in. And let's just jump straight into the video. So first, of course, before I start applying anything, the wig cap, I need to braid my hair down. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera, and then I'm gonna come back to y'all. But let me tell y'all what I have right now. So like in terms of products and stuff that I use. Oh my, forget it, my hair gonna stay like that, I don't even care. In terms of products and stuff that I use. So this is the wig cap that I use. It's called Evolve, First Line Evolve. And I usually get this from Sally's. I'm not sure if they sell it in Walmart, but I usually get this from Sally's. They're like $1 or $2 for 2. Then I got me some Got To Be, well, ain't really nothing in here, but I would usually use this. Then I got me some Bold Hold. Some people like Ghost Bond, some people like whatever other wig glue. I like the Bold Hold, and I use the Bold Hold Active. I got me some Bio Silk, and I got me some mousse. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get my combs and my brushes, and then we just gonna jump straight into it after I braid down my hair. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I'm back from braiding down my hair. As you can see, it's looking a hot mess. I have nails on, so it's hard for me to braid real neat with nails on. So that's just going to have to do. But as you see, I have my hair braided down. And now I'm going to go ahead and get one of the wig caps. I'm just going to put that on my head just like that. Make sure it's even in the back, even in the front. Make sure there's no folds and everything is straight. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting my ears out. So as you're about to see, I'm going to cut the wig cap by my ear. All right, you guys, so now that I have my ear parts cut out, I'm going to go ahead and take the Bold Hold glue, and I'm going to start applying that onto the wig cap just so that the glue can hold the wig cap down. So usually some people like to use the freeze spray. Some people like to use the Got To Be glued, put that on the wig cap, let it dry so that it could keep the wig cap in place. I'll usually use the freeze spray, but I honestly have none left, so I couldn't use the freeze spray. So I just went ahead and used what I had. So I used the glue. And I honestly like how the glue keeps the wig cap down better because it gives it more of a finished look, if that makes sense. And it actually keeps it in place a little bit stronger than the gel or the freeze spray. But it's your preference. It doesn't really matter. You can use the Got To Be glue or the freeze spray or any kind of hair glue that you're going to be gluing your wig down with to keep the cap in place. And now that I have the glue on, I'm just going to take my popsicle stick and smooth it out. And that's because I don't really want to use my fingers and stuff because of the oils and things that are on our fingers that could interfere with the glue. So I'm just going to let it do what it do, use the popsicle stick, and yeah. So after I have the glue on the wig cap and everything's in place, I'm going to go ahead and take my blow dryer and I'm going to use the coolest setting to dry the glue. You want to use the coolest setting, not the hottest setting. Hot is going to melt the glue, cool is going to dry the glue, and that's what we want. So now I'm just going to go ahead and apply another layer of glue onto the wig cap, and this is just to make sure that it actually stays down and is in place. Now we're not about to apply the lace yet, so you don't need to put too many layers of glue. 2 layers is perfectly fine just to keep the wig cap in place. And we're just going to repeat the steps. Put the glue on, use the popsicle stick to smooth it out, and let it dry with the blow dryer. So now that the glue is dry, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting off the excess cap in the front. So you just want to cut, obviously, where it's not glued down at. That's the excess cap. Just go ahead and cut that off. And as you'll see, I'm just going to, after I cut off the first couple of pieces, I'm just going to examine if I want to cut some more, if that's good enough for me. It's all about how your hairline is and where your hairline is on your head. Some people's are farther back, some people's is closer to the front, but you want to get the wig cap cut as close to your hairline as possible. So now that we have the excess wig cap cut off, you want to go ahead and take some foundation or some bronzer or a face powder. You just want to go ahead and take some type of makeup that's close to your skin tone and start applying that to the wig cap. And this is so that it could blend in with your skin. The purpose of the wig cap is to make it like a ball cap. This is going to be used as the scalp for when we apply the wig. That way it looks natural and all that extra jazzy stuff that people like, you know. So I'm just going ahead and I'm going to apply some of my foundation, and then after I apply some foundation, I'm also going to go over the foundation with some powder just to really blend it in. So now that we went ahead and put the makeup on top of the wig cap, you always want to take some alcohol, some rubbing alcohol, and clean around the perimeter of your head after you do all of that. That way we could prep the skin to get ready to put on the wig cap. You want to make sure that around the perimeter is clean before you put the glue down, or else the glue isn't going to stick. You want to make sure that your forehead is clean. So that's just what I'm doing right there. So now that everything is good with the wig cap, we got the foundation on, I'm going to go ahead and put the wig on my head. And this is so that I can see how it's fitting, how the lace looks, whether I need to add some more foundation, whether I need to cut some more of the cap. And as you see, I am going to go ahead and go in and cut some more of the cap and add some more foundation because it wasn't as tinted as I wanted it to be. So that's what I'm doing right now, just examining how everything is laying and looking. And then I'm going to go ahead and fix that. So here I'm just putting the wig back on my head. I did go in and cut some more of the cap off and apply a little bit more foundation to the cap and also to the lace on the wig. So now I'm just going ahead and checking out the wig again, making sure it's just how I like it, trying to see where everything lays. And then once I re-examine everything, then we're gonna go ahead and start putting the glue down. Now, before I put any glue down and start cutting the lace, I'm going to go ahead and take out my ear tabs. So right now, I'm just seeing where the lace lays and things like that. And then I'm going to cut the excess lace by my ear off and just make sure that that's pretty snug behind there. Now, there wasn't too much excess lace by my ear, but there was a little bit. So you're going to see me go ahead and cut out my ear tabs. So now that I have my ear tabs cut out, I'm going to start brushing back the hair from in front of my face, making sure that it's not blocking any area on top of the lace. And then I'm going to pin the hair up, and now we're going to get into laying the lace down. So this part is personal preference as well. What I'm about to do is go in and cut 3 separate sections into the lace and glue it down by section. Some people cut the lace off completely, add glue, and then put the lace on. Some people put the glue down and then put the full wig on with the lace and then tie it down, if that makes sense. You know, everybody has their own way and style of laying down the lace. Now, I don't really use this way as much, where I just cut the 3 sections. You see how I have the lace in 3 different sections. I don't use that way as much because I'm always in a rush. So I usually just put the glue down and then put the lace on and fix it how I need to. But honestly, I think I might be using this way a little bit more because although it was a little bit more time consuming, it definitely melted the lace into my skin how I wanted it to lay. So right now, I just cut it into 3 different sections, and I'm going to go and apply glue to each section separately. So I'm applying my first layer of glue, and of course, I'm going back in with my popsicle stick, and I'm going to go ahead and smooth it out. And you don't want to put your lace down when the glue is white, okay? You want to put your layers of glue down, and you want to wait for the glue to become clear before you put any lace down, or else the white is going to show and it's not going to stick how you want it to stick, and yada yada yada, all the little things that people complain about. Now I usually put at least 3 or 4 layers of glue. So it's basically the same steps. You're just going to put the layer of glue, use the popsicle stick to smooth it out, let it dry clear before you put the next layer. And that's what I did. I let it dry clear. Now I'm putting the next layer. And you're just going to see me continuously do that. So I'm just going to speed through this process. So now that the first section that I cut out with the glue is dry, I'm putting down the lace in that section, and then I'm going to use the back of my rat tail comb to press it into my skin. And that's just so that I can make sure that it's laying just how I need it to and everything is in place. And just how I did for this section, I'll put the layers of glue, let it dry clear and all that. I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other 2 sections on the side, and then I'll come back when everything on the lace is down. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, I had went ahead and finished up gluing down my lace, and I went and I tied a scarf around my head just to lay everything in place and make sure that the lace gets melted where it needs to be melted onto my scalp. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start cutting off the excess lace. Now, instead of using a scissor, I'm going to be using a razor, okay? I know some of you have seen these little razors before. They're like the face razors, the eyebrow razors. You could get the regular good professional hair razors, but you want to use a razor instead of scissors because the razor gives it a more jagged kind of look. It cuts it more at a jagged edge, whereas the scissors would just cut it straight, and that doesn't look natural. It looks more natural with a jagged edge to it, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my razor and cut off all the excess lace. So now that I have all my lace cut off, I'm going to go ahead and start styling my wig. So I'm going to go ahead and put it into a middle part. I'm using my rat tail comb just to part out the middle section. And I'm going to have to go back and pluck the part, as you can see, because it's not, you know, as defined as I need it to be. But we'll worry about that a little later. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my hair in the middle part. And then I don't have a, what you call it, a hot comb. I don't have one of those yet, okay? And we in quarantine, so it's taking forever to ship stuff. So I'm just going in with my curling wand and just pressing that against the wig just to form the hair how I want it to form and lay down the scalp just to make sure that the middle part is laying pretty flat. And then after I use the curling wand, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my flat iron and start flat ironing the hair. I don't need it to be perfect, but I just need it to be a little bit straighter than what it is already. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. So before I flat iron my hair, I like to go in with my BioSilk oil. I love this oil, okay? When I do silk presses to my wigs and to my natural hair, this is the oil I use. It is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of that to the hair. And then I'm just going to go and go through with my flat iron. Now, you're going to see me chase with a brush. I don't know where the comb is that I usually use to do my silk presses, so that's why I'm not really taking much time doing this, because I need to find all my utensils or whatever, and then I can make the wig look sparkling. But for right now, we're just gonna work with what we got. So I'm just chasing with my brush, adding some BioSilk oil and going through with the flat iron just to get it as flat as I can for right now. What's up, you guys? Okay, so this is what it's currently looking like. And I'm about to go in, do some baby hairs, pluck this part a little bit so that could be a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to come back and show you guys because I'm running out of space. So I'm just going to go ahead, do all that, and then show you the end results. Okay, now baby hairs is the one thing that I'm still struggling with doing. So I'm about to figure this out. I'm gonna use. And it sets the computer salesman off.
Ronald starts getting more and more agitated. He is now picking up things in their house that he thinks would be as of value to him for the money that Keith owes him.
And that's when the mood changes. Jackie now becomes a little bit agitated, and she tends to tell.
Okay, y'all, this is what it's looking like. Like I said, oh, I didn't cut the lace in the back yet, so don't worry about that. But like I said, I am not the best with baby hairs, so I'm gonna go work on my baby hair skills and try to figure out what looks good. But this is what I started with. They're way better than what I usually do, okay? Because I'm getting better at customizing. My thing is making the wigs. I'm not that good at customizing wigs yet, but that's what I'm working on. It's all a trial and error. So here we are. Don't forget to get into this lip gloss, okay, at GVG Cosmetics on Instagram, Gardenian Gold. Listen, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for my next video. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come back and visit Veronica.Em. And I'll see you guys in my next video.